I'm Shantae and you're tuned in to Itch FM. Today we're in Tottenham, outside as you can see, and we're talking to Shay D.
Listen, sometimes I gotta say it straight. Things change soon as new heads got in the way. Your true colours started shining. We were solid as a rock, but you were dazzled by the diamonds. Only look closer is the cornea. It's only out of love that I kept on warning ya. But you wanna keep it up. I don't exchange fakeness, I live off the love. We did it, yeah we did it. You couldn't get with it. It got too real, so you never would have fitted. I took myself out the negative, spending all my time overdrafting on my positive. Now I'm back to being me, back to being free, back to being Shay D.
So welcome, or us welcome to you, or however you want to put it.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here today. It's always nice to talk to a female artist because we don't get to see many of those. So talk to us a bit about what you do. Can you explain to everyone exactly what your art form is?
Okay, so I'm a female rapper. We always have to say female in front of it.
Female
I'm a rapper,
yeah.
I'm a rapper, poet, youth worker. I basically have been rapping for a while now actually, and I was quite laying a bit low and just doing my own thing and writing a lot, but it just started kind of manifesting and growing, and people were like pushing it and encouraging it more, and the more workshops I was doing, the more youth work I was doing, and the more I was getting involved, it was just like inspiring me more and more. So it's kind of just made me get to like where I am right now. So I'm still on my journey there, but yeah, I'm enjoying the ride. It's nice. So I'm just doing a little bit of everything at the moment.
Yeah, woman of many talents.
He told me I'm a warrior, I told me I'm a fighter, writer, rapper, call it what, a poet. I gave you all my heart, but you'll probably never know it. I'm not one to hold grudges, I leave it to the higher power to be the judges.
So being a youth worker, you must have quite a large impact on the young people you're working with.
Yeah,
you
for
do
sure.
Music workshops.
Yeah, so we run like rap and lyric writing workshops.
And you must
alongside
also
other
get some stuff from them as well. Does that have an impact on your
Yeah,
lyrical content?
100%. So many of my bars are like inspired from like when I'm around them or with them, or when I'm hearing their stories and hearing about their experiences, and like sometimes what I have to like guide them with and talk to them about. Like when you leave the workshop, it don't just end there. You sometimes think about certain people that you've met and what they're going through and what you've said to them, and you're like, wow, that's so deep. And like it just kind of naturally ends up, I'm someone who writes about experiences and like more social stuff in my life. I've got some fun tracks. I'm not all serious, but at the end of the day, it naturally just starts to come into your writing. So 100% they inspire me back as much as I hope I'm inspiring them. So
it's a good way of doing things. So I've heard some of your tracks, and it does sound like quite some deep stuff. It's like really kind of hardcore rap, like that real back in the day kind of rap, that like keeping it to the roots rap. So with all that said, how would you say it fits in with today's rap and the way the music's moving today?
Good question. I mean, I'm not focusing on being like up to the time and like kind of trying to fit into what's in the charts and stuff right now, because it's never going to happen in my opinion. The way the industry runs, and you can tell from certain people that used to be like from the scene and around, and like what they're doing now, like everyone's got their own story, everyone's got their own graft, and I respect that, but I can't see the stuff I talk about and the tracks I make being so mainstream and commercial, but I can see that the underground scene and the conscious scene is starting to come up a bit, and there is an audience for it, you know. So I hope and I can see that it doesn't need to fit in with them. It's going to have its own genre for other people to come in and, you know, join us on that journey, rather than us trying to fit in with, you know, what you're going to pop a bottle of champers to when like you blatantly can't afford it.
Yeah.
Keeping it real.
So who would you say
cranberry and water out here?
Who would you say your inspirations are? I know you've mentioned the young people, but who are your musical inspirations?
So many. It's weird because I like a big range of music. I mean, I actually like everything but heavy metal. Like I can't really think of another genre that I don't really like so much. Like I do like a little bit of everything, and I find that when I listen to music that I really enjoy or gives me goosebumps, or like I feel it could be like a singer, it could be a rapper, and just little bits and bobs from them inspire me. I can't think of, when I was growing up I had inspirations, but right now where I am, I'm not so inspired to be like someone, but or like be inspired. I'm more inspired by their music and their production and bits and bobs of what they've said, or like a sound in the tune. I'm more inspired from that.
Bits and bobs,
yeah, and it will just suddenly make me be like, oh, I really want to write something. I really want to make something that will like incorporate or remind me of that. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
I think we know what you mean. So, for you, you're obviously a female rapper.
Yeah.
How do you feel you fit into the industry? Do you think you've got any barriers that you're coming up against, or any setbacks, or are people taking you seriously? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been fortunate enough not to reach a point where I've come across anyone or like a disrespect or a barrier or obstruction. There is, like, we were at a cypher, an open mic cypher last week, and there was like 11 or 12 man around the mic, and there was like me and 2 other female rappers. So it's so still there, but there's so many female rappers coming up right now, and they're all really, really strong and really powerful, really opinionated. So I think they're actually being respected for their art form and what they're doing. And it's really weird because like you kind of want to not always say I'm a female rapper. You do want to say, look, I'm a rapper, but everyone, when they advertise you or promote you, or when you're trying to brand or promote a night or an event, like it always ends up cropping up that it's a female takeover, it's a female this, just because it's so, you know, like there's too many man. Yeah, but it's just, if for some reason it just ends up being like that. But so in a way we can kind of use it to our advantage, and it be like, oh, it's a female rapper event, like instead of just saying it's a hip hop event, you know?
Yeah.
So you can actually use it to your advantage, and that's what I've been trying to do. So instead
if it's working for you, go for it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's working, and I haven't come across anything bad so far. So yeah, so it's all good, like, for now.
So talk to us about the projects you're working on at the moment. What's coming up? What can we expect to see from you?
Wow, okay, so right now we've got, I'm working on my EP right now, so it's a 2-part EP, and that's all the production is done by Suspense, big up, he's a sick producer. Nut EP's done one of the tracks as well. Guts has done one of them. Like it's majority of it is me and Suspense's brains, but it's a 2-part EP. So the first part is kind of more like the conscious and social, about the community and roads and all my kind of youth work experiences, everything kind of to do with the UK and stuff like that, and that's called Riots and Rainbows. And then you got part 2, which is called Bandanas and Bogles, and that's kind of
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, that's kind of like inspired by my love of the 90s and being stuck in time. And it's more kind of like jammy and light-hearted and a little bit more of the fun side. So it's in 2 parts, and that should be coming out at the end of November, beginning of December. So I've been like performing a couple tracks from them, finishing that up in the studio at the moment. And I'm part of a couple of collectives. So we've got the Lyrically Challenged Collective, which is all female rappers.
Nice.
And we're doing big things at the moment. There's loads of events coming up. We're recording our tracks, we're performing. And also Generation F, which is me, Conrad the Scoundrel, James Messiah. So it's a bit of like the darker, grimier spoken word side of it. So Bandit as well. So there's, yeah, I'm kind of like,
you're not sleeping.
Yeah, it's all good though. It's nice. We're creating and levitating.
So that's all coming up. But can you tell us where people can find out more about you if they're desperate to find out about you now? You've got any media links that you can leave us with?
Well, you got my website, which is www.shaydmusic.com. Twitter @ShayDUK. My website's got all the links to everything anyway.
Okay.
Facebook /Shay D Music. Yeah, YouTube, like it's all there. Just go to the website shaydmusic.com and everything's there for you.
There. We'll catch everything there. So just before we leave you, what impact do you want to have on the music industry?
Wow, I just want to make music that someone will listen to and go away thinking about what I've said, feel a little bit good about what I've said, give them some goosebumps going on, and maybe even inspire them to want to like change like a little thing on their daily basis to make their day or life or someone else's life a little bit better. And to also maybe put on a track and just be like, this is a tune. Yeah, that's it. That's my impact right now.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you today.
Thank you for having me, man. Big up Itch FM. I used to listen to you guys when I was younger. I used to stick Itch FM stickers everywhere, man. So.
Oh, you might need to start doing that again.
Okay, cool. No worries, man. We're wrecking it.
If you want to find out any more about Shay D, catch us on itch.fm. It's been great speaking to you today, and we look forward to more.
I'm Shay D, and you're watching itch.fm.